Hey, what's going on? Today I want to talk about the difference between momentum versus motivation. Now first, if this is your first time here, welcome to Tweak Your Lifestyle, where I make small changes, make big impacts in my life. When I was late 30s, I realized, man, I was just kind of going through the motion. I was just kind of surviving. I had my head down, I was doing work. I had a good career, right? But man, I had an amazing family that I never spent time with. I was lacking in my spiritual walk. I was lacking in my financial. I mean, I was doing okay, but all I was doing was working, right? I knew there's more to life. I was unfulfilled, and I knew that something needed to change. I was a 2-time cancer survivor, and it's like, man, hey, God created me for a purpose. What is that purpose? And so I really did a lot of searching and making small changes to make big impacts in those areas of my life. And I'm sharing my journey. If this sounds something that you could resonate with, maybe you're going through it right now. If so, hey, I'd love to put it in the comments or shoot me an email at todd@bigtweaks.com, or I'd love to hear your story. If that sounds like something that familiar to you, hit the subscribe button. Come along this journey with me. If these videos are being helpful, hit the like buttons. It helps the channel grow. Lets me know, hey, you're enjoying the content, and I'm actually, helping. Again, welcome to Tweak Your Lifestyle. Now, momentum versus motivation. What are they? Okay, so motivation, it's a feeling, right? It's an excitement. It's like a trigger. You hear a lot about, hey, have your why. Find out what your why is. Have a why that'll make you cry, because it's easy. I don't say easy. It's easier to really get going and keep going if you can stay motivated. The truth is because motivation is a feeling, it fades, right? It starts to fade, and this is where momentum comes in. Momentum is like an accumulation, right, of growth, and it creates its own motivation, right? So it's like a mass accumulation of victories, small victories, by doing consistent actions. I've talked about consistency in several of my videos. Consistency is so important. Taking action and being disciplined enough to do that every single day. But when you lose that motivation, it fades and it's hard to do. I don't know about you, but for me, it's really when you see, let's say you're trying to accomplish, let's give an example, losing 100 pounds, like where I was back in 2019, right? I was 340 pounds. I knew I had to lose 100 pounds. I was about to be a grandfather, or just became a grandfather, actually, sorry. And I was about to be getting married. And so I was like, man, I have a lot of life to live, right? And I want to make sure I live it to the fullest. And I knew I needed to lose 100 pounds. And to just see that, it's so easy to say, all right, I'll start tomorrow. Let me go ahead and enjoy these donuts today, or I'll go ahead and have this cake today. I don't know if you've notice a theme or not. I'm always talking about donuts and cake, ice cream. but anyway, it's so easy to say tomorrow doesn't exist. I mean, tomorrow, try to accomplish something tomorrow. Tomorrow never gets here, right? Why do you think they say, outside of the restaurants, you'll see that sign that says, hey, free beer tomorrow? They know they're never going to have to give away free beer. So it's so easy to delay things when man, I got a long journey ahead of me, so I'll just hold off. When you break it down, okay, when you break it down, and every day have that victory, every day you got that motivation, it builds the momentum. Okay, momentum. Think about pushing a car. When you first start pushing the car, it's hard. And you barely get a half a step in, then you get up to a step, and then it starts going, right? And then hopefully somebody will see you alongside the road, and they'll come help you out, and it goes a little bit faster. Then what happens when it's going faster, it's hard to stop. That's momentum. You got to jump in the front seat and hit the brake real quick to stop. And when it stops, boom, there goes your momentum, right? You got to start all over. So when you're trying to grow, let's say your faith, your fitness, your finance, your relationships, right? Take it one thing at a time. Again, if you're like me, you always hear the 20-80 rule, right? 20% of the people do 80% of the work, or they're able to focus on. I'm not part of that 20%. And here's the thing: you could be a 20%er on one area of your life and an 80%er on another area of your life. So you need to pinpoint those areas, and to just give you clarity on 80-20 rule, if you haven't heard that yet, the 20 percenters, they can see something, right? They can see something that needs to be accomplished, whether it's a promotion, whether it's weight loss, whether it's whatever, growing a company, and they can see 5 years down the road, and they know exactly what to do, how to do it, when to do it, right? And hey, that's awesome. But the truth is it's only 20 percenters. What do the 80 percenters do? Are we just, hey, out of luck? No. What you gotta do is you gotta break it down in chunks. Get that momentum going. I shared when I was doing carnivore, which I'm getting back into carnivore, ketovore-ish. Again, I've been doing it a week, but I don't want to share too much until I get more consistent with it. Ever since the wedding, I'm not blaming the wedding. Hey, baby, love you. But I stopped my momentum on my weight loss. But okay, so when I was doing carnivore, every day I was weighing myself. And I got a lot of comments on, hey, don't do the scale every single day. Try to do it weekly and monthly. It doesn't work for me. I needed that daily victory. I needed to know, hey, if I eat that one wrong thing, the scale tomorrow won't move, or move the wrong way, okay? And so when I got up the next morning and I hit the scale, even if it was just a quarter pound, right? If it was just a little bit, that was a victory. And that gave me the motivation, continue the momentum for the next day. And so take it day by day. When I was growing my real estate business, okay, looking at the big picture just overwhelmed me. And it's just too easy to turn the TV on rather than do what I need to do. But if I did the daily task, okay, this is what I got to do today, and if I get that done, it's a victory. If I get this many postcards out today, that's a victory. If I receive a phone call, just one, that's a victory. And that's what kept me going. And I accumulated quite a few properties. You've heard my story. I learned real quick I didn't want to be a landlord. So I've kind of sold off those properties. But it helped me get the success, building up that momentum. When growing my faith, now I learned when I was 40 years old, right? That's when I met Jesus. I was saved and baptized at 10. Called myself Christian my whole life, but I had no relationship with Jesus. And so how did I build that up? I started with small prayers daily. I was disciplined to be consistent in daily prayer. Then I'm not much of a reader, okay? Not that I can't read, but for whatever reason, there's so much swirling around in this brain, it's just hard for me to take something in. I got to read it 2, 3, 4 times. So I'm a slow reader. I do a lot of audiobooks because audiobooks, I can just unplug and just zone in and listen, and I can really absorb more that way. And so I'll listen to messages, and I'll listen to scripture, especially when I'm out mowing. I'll turn the scripture on. But when I was reading, okay, I'd one page at a time. Do one page at a time and see where that gets you. It's amazing. Okay, if you can lose, say, half a pound a day, in a month, that's 15 pounds. If you can read one page of scripture a day, see where your relationship with God is after a month. It'll be so much further. Now, don't try to think a month ahead. Take it one day at a time. Like when I'm mowing, I purposely like to push mow quite a bit on my property because it gets my steps in, right? It gets my steps in. It's something, my father, he always told me about, hey, his dad, when he couldn't mow no more, he knew it was time for him to go, right? I know that sounds morbid, but that's just kind of their thinking, their talking. And my dad kind of adopted that same philosophy, and he kind of just put it in my head because I'm always offering to help, get his yard mowed. Nope, that's my exercise. And it's like, it's true, that's your exercise. So I break it down in sections, and especially, here in Texas, when you get those triple-digit heats, man, it's hot. One row at a time, just one row. Okay, here, I can just do one more row. The next thing you know, man, you got a whole section done for the day. Just take it little bit at a time. So that's the difference. They're both important. Momentum, motivation, they're both important. But the momentum is what keeps you going. The momentum. I was doing that again, going back to carnivore diet on my journey with carnivore. I was 340 pounds. I got down to 248. Right? It was that momentum that got me there. Went up to Michigan, got married, and I haven't been able to get back on a journey. Again, not blaming the wedding, baby, but I haven't been able to get the momentum again to go back again, because I gained some, and I'm trying to get back to where I was, and then some, and it's just day by day. It's just little bit by little bit. I've been consistent for a week now. We'll see how it goes next week. And I mentioned I'm carnivore, ketovore, because I've been adding in some onions and peppers, a few vegetables. Again, I'm not huge on vegetables, but man, fajita vegetables, man, you caramelize them onions, put them, that makes it really good, right? So just baby steps. I hope that brings clarity. I hope that helps. If this video helped you, hit the like button. Let me know, what you'd like to hear topics. And again, share your story. If there's something in your life that you need to tweak, right? Small changes make big impacts. Hey, just put it in the comments below. Send me an email, todd@bigtweaks.com. So whatever it is that you're working on, just find the small victories. They say, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, right? How do you climb Mount Rushmore? Hey, one day at a time. They have those little sections. You get to this point by that point. If it's in your spiritual life, if it's in your fitness, if it's in your relationship, maybe it's in your finances. Okay, find those small victories. When I first started sales, they say, hey man, you want to go visit, this many prospects today, and and it's like, whoa, it's just overwhelming, and it's just too easy to say, okay, I'll start tomorrow. Hey, for me, I focus on one prospect a day. If I can visit one prospect a day, it's going to accumulate. It's going to grow. Okay, it's might not grow as fast as some others, but it's going to grow. And then I visit my current customers, during the day as well, and I focus on helping them grow. So that way it's not overwhelming for me. I have a continued growth path, and my bosses are happy, I'm happy, and that's how I grow. Just put your head down and do the work. Just keep grilling, right? And just put your head down. Part of the struggle with staying motivated, keeping the momentum going, is, hey, instant gratification versus delayed. And if you haven't seen that video yet, we're going to put a link right here. Highly recommend checking that out. Hey, till next time, God bless and keep grilling.